Hi, my name is Shauna in case you don't know, and welcome back to another video. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about something that I never thought I would ever talk about on this channel. And that is, I read Twilight. I mean, like, Twilight and Harry Potter fans, like, when I first got social media and, like, first started looking at things, this was before I think I even got, like, Facebook. I would just, like, scroll through, like, random things on the internet and, like, random Tumblr pictures and stuff. I would, like, see fights between Twilight and Harry Potter fans, and I'd be like, yeah, if there's gonna be fighting, I'm gonna side with Harry Potter every time. So I was just like, I'm gonna avoid this book. And then this past year, I saw you nicknamed my daughter after the Loch Ness Monster scene from, I think it's Breaking Dawn Part 2. And I was like, that looks so stupid. So going into this, I was like, I'm gonna hate this. I just know I'm gonna hate it. But like, my internet friend kept trying to get me to read it, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna do it, okay? I'm just gonna do it, I'm just gonna read it. Took me a while to get through it because it's rather chunky. It's like almost 500 pages. I thought it would be like 200 pages. So that was a major shocker for me. But anyways, finally read this book. Now let me be clear, this book definitely has some faults. There are some really cringeworthy things about it, but those cringeworthy things were so cringeworthy that I found them funny, and that made me like the story more, which is a really weird thing to say. So first of all, the cringeworthy things. Bella, like her character, the way that she's written, she's like a bad actor. And obviously she's not an actor because she's a character in the story, but she's written like a bad actor. What I mean with that is if Bella was an actor in, say, like a Star Wars movie, the trolls would be hating on her for the way she's acting. But she's a character, so it's weird. She's like clumsy and stuff, and I'm like, and the thing what she was doing with her hair at first when she wasn't getting along with Edward, I was like, what is happening? Also, if you hear my throat, I don't know what's going on in my throat. It just makes noises sometimes. So Bella's like a bad actor. And then Edward like annoyed the crap out of me at first, and eventually he grew on me, but I was like, he's such a jerk. Romance in this book is also super cringy because it's insta-love, and most of the time insta-love just doesn't agree with me very well. Like, I think insta-love can be really cringy, and it definitely was in this book. But I am about to say something shocking. I'm a frog. That's not the shocking thing. The shocking thing is that I am now obsessed with Twilight, and I love this book. Now here's the thing. I am having bad mental health issues because of my misophonia. If you don't know that and you just know that I'm depressed and not why, well, it's misophonia. So basically, I can't watch TV shows. I'm having a hard time right now because I can hear the fan of my neighbor above me, and it's causing my ears to hurt, and it's making me depressed. And I'm just trying to talk so that my noise blocks out the volume above me, to be quite honest. So I'm struggling, okay? And I needed a world to absorb me and catch my interest fully and to give me an escape, and this book did just that for me. The world was like my own because I live near-ish to Forks, which is where this book takes place. So the world is like my own and where I live, and the setting was very similar to where I live, but the vampire aspect of it was an aspect that helped me to pull me out of my world, and it sort of was a nice escape for me. And it was nice to be able to blast deep brown noise in my ears for a couple hours at a time and just read through this book because it was so good and it was so absorbing, even though it may not have had the best stuff in it. So yeah, this book was exactly what I needed right now. And I hope that the rest of the series is the same way for me. Now, one of the things I really liked about this book was that I liked Jasper, Alice, and Jacob. Now, I'm not a huge fan of Bella and Edward because Bella acts like a bad actor and Edward is a little bit like standoffish and stuff, but Jacob was like an absolute sweetheart, and I wish he would have had more time in this book because even though this book was like pitched as a love triangle, it's really not. It's insta-love. And Jacob's only in here for like a few chapters, but he was just so like sweet and innocent and pure, and I loved him. Jasper, I don't know, I like Jasper. And Alice is just amazing. So yeah, this is one of those weird instances where I like the side characters better than the main characters, and the side characters is the ones that helped carry the story for me and kept me interested in the story. I think if there was no side characters and it was literally just Bella and Edward and Charlie, I would be like, no thanks. But the fact that Jasper, Alice, and Jacob were in there, it was amazing. So yeah, this video was shorter than I thought it would be because I thought I would just like go on and on about how much this book meant to me because it helped me escape from my mental health issues for a little bit. But yeah, those are all basically all my thoughts. I can't really lengthen them more. My cat's eating plastic, so I have to go soon. But I do want to say that there is a trigger warning for a brief mention of a suicide attempt. And I have heard from my friend that there is a trigger warning for suicidal ideation. Is that the right word for it? Suicidal thoughts. I'll just say thoughts in New Moon. So there is some topics that are a little hard for some people to deal with in the series, but I think it's a really nice escape. And I think you should give it a try and go into it with an open mind, and maybe this will be for you what it was for me. Maybe it'll be a nice escape. It's definitely not perfect. It definitely has some cringeworthy moments, but it was just exactly what I needed at this moment in time. It was like the perfect book for me. So yeah. That's all for today's video. If you liked it, feel free to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to me if you haven't already. I really want to do a Twilight cosplay now, but I have a bad time like reading books and picturing what the characters look like in the book. So maybe after I watch the movie, maybe there will be a character that I want to cosplay. I don't know. I just have to see how it turns out. I really hope the rest of the series is good, and I hope that Jacob is in the rest of the series more, and I hope that Alice and Jasper are in there a little more too. I hope you have a great week, and I will see all of you in my next video. Bye! Also, if I move the camera, my skin gets a little glowy. Like the vampires. Am I secretly a vampire? Is that why I'm always so pale?